Yes, so I'm downstairs from Lee Garden 1, which I've talked about in prior videos. Just a shopping mall building in Hong Kong. And I'm waiting to go to my 6 o'clock dinner. And I'm just thinking, it's kind of loud outside. Living in Hong Kong, I don't always enjoy living in Hong Kong because it's just really loud. Like, upstairs there's a guy. He's like just, dressed in shorts and stuff. And then he's like yelling really loudly on the phone. Everything's just kind of loud. There's always well, outside my house there's always outside my house there's always a construction worker. Um, you know, some people doing renovations or like kind of noisy outside. So I guess there's a reason for me to miss all my friends. Living in New York and traveling often to London and Paris. Um, there's so many reasons to miss all the places around the world. I love to be in, but most of all because right now I'm having my coffee break at La Maison du Chocolat because I wanted to sit down and put an extra bandage on my foot, and this is what's down in the basement. And whenever I walk by an Hermes, I think of American boys. Well, the ones who love me, who have to wear an Hermes tie. Um, and that's the other thing to love about living in the States, because if you love American boys, then that's where you have to be. That's where you have to be. Um, and I guess for me also to travel to Paris and thinking of improving my French because, well, my dad is so closely attached to Paris. His work and his business is so largely tied to Paris, and their economy. So maybe that's why I love it when I travel there. I enjoy myself the most when I'm traveling to Paris. And there's like always only two places that I cannot walk into easily with, no bookings or appointments, which I've talked about before. Um, you know, it's a place with discipline. There are places that even I cannot just walk into. You need to make a booking to a couple of places. But so yes, I guess that's what I was thinking of saying um, during my coffee break while I'm waiting for my dinner upstairs. It's just a light dinner. I am on my bikini diet, like I said. I just want to stay bikini for maybe until I'm 60 years old. Um, I think it's doable, so why not? And there's so much life to live and return to partying after the pandemic. Um, I'm gonna stop for a few moments because this isn't a good the lighting isn't good. I don't look good from this angle. Um, and this is where I am downstairs at the Lee Garden 1. Behind me is the La Maison. There's a Dior upstairs. Yeah, like I said last time. But I haven't tried the restaurant I'm going to tonight. But I think it's just mainly. I read that it was Japanese snacks. It's an izakaya, but like you have to book ahead and stuff. Like there are actually places in Hong Kong you have to book ahead. You have to book ahead. You have to book ahead. So I booked ahead, and I'm gonna show up on time. So I'm going to politely end the video for now. Oh, but look at my outfit. I just like literally threw this on. I was running out of the house because I have to be on time to see Joanne. So I'm wearing like not matching flats, but I still feel very sparkly. I don't know how I can show my outfit. How do I, my outfit? Just literally. Oh, but I don't like the lighting from this angle. Maybe because it's see-through at the top. Um, okay, I've gone past 5 minutes, and I want to be at dinner on time. So I'm gonna just put my stuff together. Oh, and I forgot that I have to put Oh, isn't this nice? Look at this. Yeah, I have to put the bandage. I have to put the bandage on my foot. It's the reason I came down here. Oh, and to pay for my coffee, then I'm gonna go upstairs. So, see, this is where I said I was for my coffee break. Oh, gosh. I just realized. Oh, here's me. Oh, excuse me. I just realized that they sold me a different band-aid. But that's okay because, well, I actually put 2 band-aids on my foot today just because, then I don't feel anything when I walk. Then I got extra because I have time, and I bought new ones, and the ones at Watson's. It's a different one this time. It's still the Nexum from 3M brand, but yeah, they gave me a different one this time. But I just wanted to say, oh, and I better be careful and keep a distance. I have to protect the people who put on a mask. But I was saying that, well, in my last video that I just filmed 2 minutes ago to say hi to people, well, I said it in 5 minutes, and I said everything I wanted to say today already, which is so typical of me, that I just know what I want to say and then I say it. And I want to say it in 5 minutes, and then I do it within 5 minutes, which is exactly what I did. And I did it in one take. No editing, no rehearsal, no practice, and it's just always how I am and just how strange, But I was inspired about, just thinking about life and what to say to friends today. Watching some Christian vlogs, Christian videos. Earlier this afternoon, I was just looking at what some of my close friends on Facebook, like, all my different friends, such as Matt, et al., what they follow on Facebook, and I started getting interested in how religious people think, and the Christian people actually say pretty interesting things. So I'm not religious, but I watch some Christian videos, and well, I decided to say what I said in my last video today. What kind of boys I know I love, what kind of boys I know I can only love, and where I can only live, and where I must always travel to, and the life I always enjoyed having before, that I always have to have. And now I'm on my way to dinner because, well, not because, even though the Band-Aid at Watson's, it was a different one this time. I think it's supposed to be like more like softer or something. They're all from the 3M brand, which is what I get in the States, like Dwayne Reed CVS anyways, Nexum. But they gave me a different one. I mean, they sold me a different one today, which is okay. I don't mind. It's my third Band-Aid on the same place I cut. It's the third Band-Aid I put on the same place, so it's just to make sure I don't feel anything when I walk. Otherwise I might have to wear sneakers for a few days, and that's okay. But I don't like to wear sneakers if I have friends and fans to see, even on video. I mean, if it's just like seeing local Hong Kong people, doesn't matter what you wear. It's a pretty boring town, but seeing my friends, people who love me around the world, that's always a big deal. So, oh, whoops, I have to put on a mask because I feel disrespectful to walk around here without one. I think people, I don't know, there are some people in here today. I don't know why there's some people in here today. Hold on. Oh no, oh, I'm in the Japanese restaurant now, so watch me order. Hey, sorry. 我想問你個soba noodles 喺呢度出名㗎，right？
係啊，我哋呢度好出名㗎，因為呢啲soba咧，我哋廚師親手做嘅。
係啊，fresh made daily 啊。OK，我應該要過熱嘅定係凍㗎？
凍嗰個會好食啲啊！
嚇？凍
嗰個會好食啲。
係啊。
係啊，因為凍嗰個咧，你可以飲埋嗰個 soba sauce 咧，會好多㗎。
OK，咁就係要嗰個咯。
好啊，如果平試下呢個。
OK。哦 no，我仲要叫其他嘢㗎嘛。
可以啊，仲想有試唔試下啲串燒啊？
你呢度多數係啲串燒 more than 個 sushi and sashimi 啊嘛。
串燒我哋都好出名㗎，因為我哋係用地長炭日本。
嚇，咁
好多地方都未必會用真嘅地長炭嘅，咁我哋呢度就用波山嘅地長炭整㗎。咁
你會介紹邊一個啊？
串燒可以介紹個雞肉軟骨棒啦，呢度。
哦
我哋有個雞肉軟骨棒，呢個出名嘅。
OK。
咁係我哋嘅 signature dish 嚟，咁我會再飲埋個溫泉玉子，呢個好好食嘅。
飲埋個溫泉咩？
溫泉蛋。溫
泉蛋 OK，就幾多個啦？
好啊。
咁就一個啦 ，and then 一個菜一個 appetizer。
可以啊。菜你想唔想食沙律菜嗰啲啊？
好啊。
好啊，可以要個蟹肉飛魚子沙律啦，可以呢個飛魚子沙律，咁有啲青瓜絲。但你有呢啲係有個牌喺度㗎嘛？係咪有個牌即係特別嘅？係啊。咁我情願試有個牌嗰啲。可以，不如試下個呢個啊湯葉北海道湯葉配海膽。配海膽好啊。係啊，好啊。佢呢個係一個前菜嚟㗎。好啊，咁啊。個 size 細份啲嘅。得㗎啦，夠啦，一個菜一個肉一個soba咯。好啊，好。係咪係咁多啊？好，係咁多都夠啦，應該。耶，OK。Yes, I'm done. 哦。要唔要啲飲品啊？咁要唔要清酒啊？可能要啊，可能要。試下我哋有個潮嘅呢個，可以嗌一隻啊，好唔好？佢180ml。我一位 OK 㗎。我自己一個人飲酒未必好靚，但係我需要飲少少。咁你俾我諗一諗。可以好。咁我幫你落咗啲嘢食先。Yeah, OK. 好啦，thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I just got 3 things. Okay, the lighting here is not good, so you can't really see me. Yeah, I got 3 things. But yeah, this Japanese restaurant, not very special. It looks very, very special food. Looks very. Haven't looked at it yet, but so I got 3 things because it's an izakaya, which means it's a speakeasy. So I ordered their famous snacks. They have these noodles that they make daily, soba noodles. So I got 1 portion of those, but I'm not going to finish it because I'm on a diet, like literally bikini. So I have to stay bikini forever, so I won't finish that. And the second thing I got was the chicken bones. They like fry the chicken bones, so I'm getting that because they said it's special. You know, when I go to a Japanese restaurant in Asia, I eat more exotic stuff. The third thing I ordered was the veggies. I got the special one, which is Kyoto tofu skin. It's like from basically Hokkaido, Kyoto. And it's like the top of the tofu, not the tofu, just the top of it. And it comes with sea urchins, which I love. I love uni, you know. I live in Hong Kong, I have to enjoy the uni. I live in Hong Kong, I'm gonna enjoy the expensive fish that gets flown in from Japan. You know, it's fresher than when I'm, you know, living back in New York, you know, and I'm in like Sushi Gary, Yasuda. I'm in, you know, the typical big, you know, like New York Japanese famous restaurants, and they also get flown in from Hokkaido, but it's from Japan, Hokkaido to New York. Here, I'm living in Hong Kong right now. I'm visiting my parents. So the fish gets flown in from the same place in Japan. But then it only gets flown down to Hong Kong. So the fish must be more fresh. So, though I'm not eating fish today, I'm getting three things. None of them are fish, but they're from Japan. They're from Hokkaido. Same thing that they get flown in today. I really need to get a drink, but like I said, I don't like to eat out alone. I think it doesn't look good. I'm a single girl. I don't have a boyfriend. And I don't like to look bad. I don't like to eat out by myself. And even worse if I start drinking by myself going out. But, I sort of want to have a cocktail. I feel like I need one. My neck hurts and stuff. I had a long day. I had physio with Joanne. Um, but yes, so not. Oh, I am in my most favorite outfit because it's the easiest to wear and I was on a hurry. This is my Eli Tahari top that I got from just in Bloomingdale's in New York a few years ago when I was spending Christmas in Manhattan. Um, and I wear it all the time no matter what because it's like almost see-through, it's transparent, so I just have like a skinny black top underneath. And sometimes I wear it with jeans, but today I wear it with nothing. Just it's like a dress, but it's a little short, so I wear something underneath. Um, but I love it because it's actually casual, even though it's so sparkly. Because at the bottom, it comes with these tassels. They have these tassels at the bottom, which means it's casual. You couldn't wear something with tassels hanging down the bottom. Um, to a cocktail in the evening, or of course not a ball. I mean, this is not the length for a ball, but to a cocktail you couldn't because it's got tassels like hanging down the bottom, so it's casual. And I love to wear my Eli Tahari. I just love this brand because of the way it's designed. I used to shop at the actual Eli Tahari brand itself, just by itself, a boutique. I think it was in Soho, New York, either West Street or Broadway, Prince Street, one of those. There was an Eli Tahari all on its own. Now, not only in Bloomingdale's, but on its own. I got some pink satin tops from Eli Tahari down there in Soho, I think. And it's like satin, but it's got like ruffles, but that one is a little bit subtle, so I wear it underneath my suits to go to work before when I used to have an office job. And of course that's why everybody in my job, I worked at Goldman Sachs, the boring company, Wall Street company, where I did extremely well. My boss loves me, still loves me, but famous for overdressing, but overdressing most appropriately. And now I don't work, and my parents give me pocket money, as they always did, even before I worked. But the thing about my life now, I wanted to say, is that before, my parents' credit card that I had on top of having a job before, my credit card had no credit spending limit. Like my Amex my dad gave me had no spending, no credit limit. Now I'm living in Hong Kong just for a while to visit them. I love them. And it's the pandemic, but the credit card they give me has a spending limit right now. They said they worry about me. This is a kind of a small city and stuff. So I am just so looking forward to life, living back in New York and maybe getting a place in LA. I like LA a lot. I like LA a lot. Really like LA, and visit London because of course, yes, I know. I mean, my parents don't tell me everything, but I know, London is a special city for me. I love to visit, and every time I go to London, I have an amazing time. Just love London, not just because my dad grew up in London, which is kind of weird. I'm an Asian girl, but my dad grew up in London, But, well,
I don't know. I mean, his businesses are. He has a business based in London that was founded more than 300 years ago, and that's why sometimes he visits London, and he has other stuff in London. I don't know. But most of all, Paris. When I go to Paris, I really feel like a princess. Um, but a little one because I'm like a 6 year old, but um, I know I am with, I know everything in Paris is saying merci papa. Everything in Paris, has to do with what my dad does for his job. So in Paris, I love Paris, but I'm still polite and I always, love to make reservations and bookings in advance. And I love just to have dinner in Dali, but it's called Dali and it's in Le Mercus, and I love to go to Dali. I went there, I really enjoyed it. It's so pretty. But that's Le Maurice. But the place you need to get a booking in Paris are the two places I talked about. You can walk into Le Maurice sometimes or in one day booking in advance. But Tokyo Palace and Plaza Athénée. These two places you cannot walk in and you have to make a booking. For Hotel Plaza Athénée, you might have to book, for a Sunday brunch 1 week in advance. But most of all, the Tokyo Palace, which is of course known as Palais de Tokyo. Um, if you want to visit there, you need to tell them in advance. Go online, and then you go through the schedule. There's a schedule in the Tokyo Palace. The Tokyo Palace in Paris, which is right next to Champs-Élysées. It's right there. It's beautiful. But you have to go online and then you have to tell them what you want to do because there's a schedule. Like sometimes they have classes teaching you art because there's a teacher inside. There's the teacher inside, the teacher of the palace. You have to book the class with the teacher. In the Tokyo Palace in Paris, every schedule has the teacher, and you need to know which class you're taking, what time with the teacher. In the Tokyo Palace, it is on 13 President Woodrow Wilson Avenue. It's in the middle, it's like literally in the spanking middle of Paris, but the name of the avenue is an American president. Thank you. And yeah, you can walk to the Eiffel Tower from the Tokyo Palace in 1 minute. Or you can go straight to the Champs-Élysées, where people go shopping and stuff. Where the Four Seasons, right on the side of the Four Seasons. You don't have to go under. You don't have to take the subway through Défense. You don't have to go through Défense. You just walk. Well, so that's where these are the two places in Paris where even I have to make a booking to go. You have to book in advance. You have to respect people. And I also love Paris because the people are so respectful. Like, I don't know, because although I'm a party girl, actually I never say the F word. And a lot of boys think I'm very pretty, especially American boys. Maybe because I don't look very Asian. But even though so many boys love me, and right now I don't have a boyfriend, but I only date one boy at a time. But boys never talk badly or behave badly to me. Whenever boys meet up with me, they always they wait and they are nice and they call you first, and no boy has ever said the F word while talking to me, if you can believe that. My entire life, no boy has ever said the F word while talking to me, and they all talk really softly. But certainly, I wonder if they talk the same way at work or with other friends. You know. But but yeah, I just I'm just this way. I'm like a party girl. I love to enjoy, but I'm a party girl that never says the F word. I don't know. Sometimes I talk faster than this. If I don't have time, then I talk faster. And I don't talk too slowly. I just love to talk this way. Everybody loves to hear me talk, but I only talk slowly if it's about business. If it's about business and they're asking for my opinion, and I'm gonna tell you what I think and talk what I think at the same time, I'm gonna be very careful about it, and I'll talk as slowly as I like to make sure that it's very amazing. Or if I'm talking about something that I already know what I want to say, I talk faster. But if I'm just talking to friends and I'm like talking to fans, right now, then, I talk kind of this, I don't know. I don't think I move like some people think like I move too slowly or walk very slowly. I just like to look very nice. I like to walk nice and slowly and look very nice. And everything I like to do it so perfectly, you know. Mm. And like today, on a couple of videos I made just today, with this outfit and saying, well, exactly what I want to say. Literally, whatever I want to say on a video or in a music recording or whatever. Whatever I want to say to a video, to friends, to a client, always I say exactly what I wanted, and I say it in the first go. And I never have to edit or chop up anything. Whatever I want to say, I say it, and I say it all at once, and I say it in 5 minutes or in 10 minutes or however long I want to say it. Like the first video I made this afternoon, I said exactly all the things I wanted to say, and I said all that stuff in 5 minutes downstairs just outside La Maison. After I watched some Christian videos this afternoon, I got inspired and thought about what I want to say to my friends and fans today. So the first 5 minutes of my first video today, I said everything exactly I wanted. I said every single thing I wanted within those first 5 minutes. And I didn't have any bloopers. I never do bloopers. All my videos are never bloopers. I don't know why. No bloopers. All done in 5 minutes. Exactly said what I planned to say. I just wanted to say, my parents live in Hong Kong and I love this city, but I'm meant to live back home in the United States. But I also love to visit London and Paris for all the reasons, that people love it and that I talk about. And how I feel a little bit bad today, where I am, what I'm doing, and where I'm headed. It's thinking about my friends. That's all I wanted to say, and I said it. And I said it's got to be done in 5 minutes, so it's done in 5 minutes. Because I know everybody said, since I was 17 years old. No, since I was 18 years old. Since I was 18 years old, even all the Asian people said that I look like Dakota Johnson. Since I was 18 years old, the Asian people said I look like Dakota Johnson. And I think that's around the time I started going to Harvard. I know, can you believe I went to Harvard? But I did. I did very well. And but the Asian people all started saying, "Oh, she looks like Dakota Johnson. Like she's Asian, but she looks like Dakota Johnson." and I was a little thinner before. Right now, I'm going on a diet. So right now, I don't look so nice. But before, I looked very good. No, now I still look good, but I have to do bikini. I have to do bikini because that's a part of my life, and because my friends and my family will not don't tell me too much. They don't. My friends and family don't tell me much, so I also do bikini. Um, I love everything I wear. Oh, but today I did extra on my skincare. I've talked about this wonderful skincare lady before. Her name is Kate Somerville, and I like her because, well, she's American and her stuff is good. I ordered it off Space and K. Either Space and K or Cult Beauty had the Kate Somerville, and she went on a video with Caroline from Britain, Caroline Hirons, and she started talking about using peptides on your skin. So I started using her K8, and I put it all over my face. Keeps it plump, keeps the collagen working under the skin, keeps your face looking young, and lifts it up. So I put that on in the daytime on top of my Omorovicta. Yeah, it costs around the same price. The Kate Somerville peptide cream. I think it's about just a little under £100. That's just like over $100. And then Omorovixa, I said, is a tiny bottle just for the eyes. About £100, $100. But the one for the eyes, they're not meant for the skin because it's too precious. But I don't care. I don't care. The one that's only supposed to be for the eyes, the Omorovicta, and because it's got better stuff, it's more precious, it's smaller, very expensive. But I don't care, so I put it all over my face. It's just for the eyes, and they got another one that's cheaper with less stuff. That's for the whole face, but I don't buy that one. I buy the one for the eyes. I don't know why. That's because it came in the Cult Beauty parcel. I thought I got the one for the face one time, and then they said no, they sent the one for the eyes. Because I'm a Cult Beauty ambassador. The London Cult Beauty. I represent them because I shop from them a lot, and they send me stuff so nicely. Always on time at the Cult Beauty London. Everybody should go there. So I've become an ambassador, and I just send out they're very easy. I just send out a post on Instagram, Facebook. They tell me what to say, I just say, love someone who would like me. My first 10 friends get 15% off. That's all I have to say. And then sometimes they send me emails about my wish list because there's a wish list on the website. If it's not available, you put it on your wish list. And then the other day I got an email telling me that every single thing I put on my wish list is now available for sale at 15% off. I don't know what that meant, but I didn't have time to read the email yet. But I have been using more stuff I didn't know about before, because they send me the wonderful free samples. Their samples are really good. They actually have Omorovixa samples, Drunk Elephant samples, La Mer samples, really good things. But the best brands they have samples of. Except sometimes if you just get a few things, they will tell you don't get the free samples. That you got to spend at least £50 in order to be eligible. If you didn't spend more than £50, you're not eligible for the samples. So no, sorry, you don't get the samples today because you're not eligible. You're not valid because you didn't spend enough. It's got to be at least 50 or at least 100 or something like that on the Cult Beauty. But so I always try to spend more than 50 because I want to try the things. And today I'm using old stuff, but I bought new things.
I'm liking the newest thing I got at Cult Beauty, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Not that I don't love Charlotte. Always love Charlotte, Charlotte Tilbury, but you know what? Oh, I just love to talk because my food's here, but I don't want to eat my food. Oh, excuse me. Look, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. See, this is what it's like if you go out with me and you don't, I can talk all the time about the funniest things. You know, it's really lovely. But sometimes when I go out with my girlfriends, we just want to relax and we can also be quiet and just, people watch and meet a lot of guys and girls. I know, I think I'm so much fun, but I feel so lonely today. I just hate to go out alone. Anyways, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. See? That's what it says right there, but you can't see it. Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this color is the Hollywood Lips. Hollywood, is it? Yeah. This color is the Pure Hollywood. Yes, Pure Hollywood, but the one I was meaning to get was Naked. Naked, but I wanted to get something to replace Charlotte Darling. Same product on Charlotte Tilbury called Charlotte Darling, which is perfect on my lips. But it's become out of stock. Now Charlotte Darling is now not for sale. Charlotte Darling is out of stock, so you have to get something else. You have to get something else. So you can either use the lipstick instead. Not liquid, and it got no liquid. Just a lipstick for the Charlotte Tilbury. You get Kissing, Kissing. You get Penelope, get Pillow, whatever. Or otherwise, if you care to talk about lipstick, if you love Charlotte Darling and you don't like Kissing, Charlotte Kissing, the other ones, then you need to do Anastasia. So Anastasia, I chose the Naked one. Naked is about the same. I like Naked for casual days. But Naked is not enough. Naked is not as good as Charlotte Darling. Because Charlotte Darling is the color of your lips. Naked is the color of your skin. And you want the color of your lips, not the color of your skin. So that's why Anastasia Naked is a little bad. It's not very good. So then there's Anastasia, the next one up, next shade up. It's called Pure Hollywood. And you would think if it's called Hollywood, it would be more red and closer to your lips color. No, still not as natural as Charlotte Darling. Because even Hollywood, Pure Hollywood for Anastasia, it's almost the color of your skin if you're like a normal Asian. You know, I don't have Asian skin. I don't look like an Asian at all. I don't look like an Asian, but normal Asian people might, like that. And I don't have Asian, bone structure. I very sadly don't look like an Asian. But so these are the two Anastasias you could get because Charlotte Tilbury's Darling is no longer for sale, out of stock. It's discontinued. It's discontinued. They stopped making them. You can't get it from Space and K. You cannot get it at Cult Beauty. You can't even get it off CharlotteTilbury.com. All these three no longer sell Charlotte Darling. So you have to either go for Kissing, one of the Kissing, if you want to stick with Charlotte. Or you can try Anastasia, which I'm trying right now. The two I got that I just said, Naked and Hollywood, they're both too close to your skin color if you're a white girl, which is the color of my skin. So I'm gonna try Anastasia one more time, but because it feels good on the lips, but I'm gonna buy a new color that's
one up that's even closer to the color of my lips. So this one here, not you know. Oh my! Watch me apply it. See, even when my hand is tired, I just love to apply it. You can just watch me. I don't know. I do feel my hand skills are really good. I am kind. See. You see, if you just use your wrist very slightly and you make the turn where the pout of your lips is. What? See? I can teach you. Literally watch me while live, everybody. Yeah, so it's and this is the Anastasia Hollywood. Huh? Ah. I don't care. Watch me, you know. You watch me do it. I'm very happy that people watch me do this. Hey, see? Make the turn. Use your finger. Make your finger strong. What? Oh. See, this is where I start talking about how American surgeons perform. Most of my extended family is from American surgical background, and we all studied with the same piano teacher. And we're all world class, all 7 or 8 of us, and most of us have PhDs or have been surgeons or still are surgeons. And I feel my parents should have let me be an American surgeon, because American surgeons use their hands flawlessly no matter how tired they are, no matter how shaky their arm feels after holding a phone for half an hour. It doesn't matter. There's no excuse. You could be taking painkillers, you could be feeling silly, but if you're a surgeon, you have to perform perfectly, flawlessly every time. And that's what my piano teacher, Professor Levin, says about me. He loves me, not just because, I play what he plays on top of many things that we all play everything. But some of the stuff that he plays, I play very nicely. But also because he thinks that my finger work on the piano is flawless. Like the makeup flawless. I don't know why, because I love to make it crystal clear. I never really make mistakes, I don't make mistakes, and he really loves that. It's true, I never make mistakes. And I learn very quickly when I do as my teacher says, so he's very happy. He actually said, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. You do exactly as I say, and that's why, you are so good in the competition, because you will do even the craziest things I taught you. Every single thing, you do it every single time. And so you are good for the competitions. You're like a circus dog." Well, in a nice way. He's president of pretty much the 5 of the biggest piano competitions in the whole world. And I'm still so happy. I'm his little girl. I'm his cute little girl. If you ask him what's the definition of a cute little girl, this is the one. I am the one. I'm alive and I'm the one. I am still alive. So let's finish this.
Yeah, but none of us work as the only pianists, so I'm not a pianist anymore. You know, who cares? I love all my beauty, fashion, makeup. I don't have time to play the piano, and I don't really want to. So, but I love this stuff. The bottom that you go from the inside out. Oh, you see? Doesn't matter. There are people laughing and moving fast and shuffling across me. You know, this is a live concert. The whole world could be watching. I don't care. You know, it has to be perfect. You have no excuse. This is your career. If you work as a surgeon, which I could be, if you are an American surgeon, not just any surgeon, but an American surgeon, no, you never make a mistake. You just cannot. And it's so natural, it's easy for me. You know, American surgeons love doing the work. They love being the surgeon. They love to cut into stuff absolutely perfectly. It's just so easy. So when I put on lipstick, when I put on my makeup, I'm being an American surgeon. You know, when I'm putting on my lipstick and my makeup and my eyes and everything, I'm being a surgeon. That's how I am. See? And then both sides. Little bit more, you see? Why you want you I'm gonna add a little pout here. What I'm gonna do. You see? Left side a little higher on the pout, so got it. I love doing this. See, I wanted exactly like two, you know, small mountains, two hills. You go, whoop, whoop. I don't know. I don't know how I could do it more perfectly. But I love to do this because my hands are just like made of metal. You know, don't do this at home if you feel scared. You know, if you might feel nervous going on stage, let alone live TV, like, you know, for the whole world to see, and you're not completely confident at how you can perform and do the same thing, you know, with your hands, and your hands are not made of steel and metal, you know, if your hands don't feel like you're a surgeon, don't do this kind of a makeup on a you know, on a live, on a video, because maybe the whole world might be watching this video right now. I don't know that, but maybe it could be, but you have to perform, because putting on makeup is like being a surgeon. Putting on makeup, it's like being a surgeon, and the best surgeons are American surgeons, you know, just like the best pianists are American pianists, which I used to be. But now I'm really focused on keeping my bikini body, and it's really loud outside, so none of us play piano anymore, and my friends and family do not tell me much. My friends and family only tell me what's true to them and true to me. So I spend a lot of time dressing up and putting on makeup. Yeah, it's only Asian people. Most of my white friends, American friends, don't think I look like Dakota Johnson. But the Asian people say, oh, I look like Dakota Johnson. I think she's prettier than me. But I was quite pretty. I am still very pretty, but I had to go on a diet. You know, I have to go on a diet. And the last thing I have to say is I'm looking for only an American boyfriend, and only one. I don't date many boys at the same time. Many boys love me, and I try to know them to see who is the one to be with me. But I just want one good American boy. That's all I want. One good American boy. Has to be American though, um, because that's what I'm used to. I love spending time in the States. I'm an American citizen. So I'm just here to look for a nice um, American boy. It's good if he went to Harvard. It doesn't have to be. Dresses nicely, like Hermes ties kind of thing. Loves to support me, stand behind my back, and talks quietly. Um, Pretty quiet guy. Nothing like a loud speaking. Lots of things to say kind of a guy. Strong guy behind, supporting me behind me. Very quiet when we go to parties, but handsome, looks nice in a suit. Nothing too special. Really smart and loves me so much. Literally has to be completely crazy about me. And well, it's only just all about me. Just loves me. That's what I have to be. Who I have to be with. But must be an American boy. And really really loves me, only protecting me, everything that he loves about me. But he has to be American. Sometimes we must live in the States. I love living in New York, maybe LA. And well, he loves to go shopping with me and everything I said. But well, also that I don't think it's so hard to find because I only need one. I only need one. I just need one. I need one of what I said. Is the type of boy I love. Um, I only need one. So life is very easy for me. But of course, it's I mean, I have a lot of very close friends. From before the pandemic who still love me, always love me. I think of my good friends like the ones who live in New York. Um, for example, I still have one of my closest, my best guy friend in the whole world, who will stay in my life forever. And even my mom and dad promised me that Matt, my friend Matt, will always be in my life. But the question is just whether Matt stays in my life um, as my friend or as my boyfriend. That's the only question in my life right now. Um, my mom and dad promised me. I always get to see Matt regularly, hang out together. But right now I don't know if he can be more than just my friend or if he's my best friend. Um, I hope he's more than just my best friend. Um, like he said about me, what Matt said about me when we were 20. He said, "You look perfect." I have the same to say about him. Not just about the looks. He said that to me. Said that I look perfect, just perfect. He said that to me when I was 20 years old, and we were taking the subway to our summer jobs for the first time in our lives. And we were so nervous on the first day of our job that the weekend before our first day, we took a practice ride on the subway to make sure to make sure we rode the subway properly. So we took a practice subway ride the day before, the weekend before. And then when I turned 21 that summer, Matt spent my birthday with me together with Ruby and a couple of people. We had New York seafood for the first time in our lives. And when I turned 21, I made fun of Matt, and that's the only time I ever made fun of him. But then he just laughed because he's a strong guy. He has a sense of humor, and most of all, it means that he knows I like him, in some way somehow. Um, well, I'm gonna stop for a while. Wow, chicken buzz. It's the tofu. It's the egg. Then I ordered a noodle on top of that. That's it. Oh, that's perfect. So I am taking a video from the other angle, but these are my soba noodles that just got here a few minutes ago, and I was busy talking. I was busy talking to friends and friends on the video, so I'm gonna taste the soba noodles right now. I actually look fine on both sides, and my friends all tell me that I take good photos on every side, but I like being on this side. Everybody likes one more than the other. No, for a couple of years I like being the front, but I'm thin. Yeah, I don't know. Since I was 18, a bunch of Asian people would go around saying that I look like Dakota Johnson. And I don't know why. I don't really look like anybody, but she's very pretty. Um, and Asian people just think it's funny I don't look very Asian. But I'm eating my soba noodles now. Looks so good. So it's like the dipping sauce hidden underneath these. You just stick them in. I mean, I don't know. I love to talk about myself, and I want everybody to know me. And understand me, because everybody should help me look for my boyfriend. And there is one person I like a lot, and I want the whole world to help me find a boyfriend. Before my mom and dad gets really, really old and maybe less healthy. So it's just enjoying life, spending my parents' money as I have since all my life. All I do is spend my dad's credit card. Right now they put a spending limit on it, which is a little annoying during the pandemic, but I know how they are. They have enough. They have enough for me to spend. So and then there's my mommy. So I just hope everybody can help me find just one boyfriend. The one I've been talking about. Just one. Before my mommy and daddy get so old that they're not healthy. Well, here are my soba noodles. Yum. See, Japanese stuff, you can just slurp it up. You just slurp it up, you eat it. Very good. The soba noodles really nice. But yes, so I was saying, if you go to Paris and you go to the Tokyo Palace in Paris, just to say it again, you have to make advanced booking because there's a teacher inside the palace. And I love Paris because my dad has everything to do with Paris because of his work. But I also love Tokyo because my grandfather was so active in Tokyo. When he was alive, he went to Tokyo 6 times a year. We have a place there. I'm part Japanese. So I feel responsible to tell people that
when you go to the Tokyo Palace in Paris, you should make a booking in advance and respect the teacher inside. The people in the on the other table are drunk. Yeah, really crazy. Look at them. Okay. So the lighting's not very good here. And my hand's a little tired, so I'm um, waiting for the videos to free up video storage to free up space on my phone. Lighting's not very good. But yes, so I have a very small voice. That's the thing. I do so well in, recording like videos and doing interviews and performing live, and it's just that my voice is so small. But the people will work around it. But yeah, so I have very small voice. That's the thing, and it's so loud around me. There's, the music's really loud in this restaurant, and the people on both tables next to me are like yelling very loudly, so I've had to raise my voice a lot. But normally I get better after a good night's sleep. That's the thing, somehow I always recover. It's really strange, It's very strange. But yeah, so I have a really small voice. I say very adult things, but I look like a baby, and I have a very small voice. I don't have any video equipment at all. No camera equipment, just this phone. I do everything in one take. I have no video bloopers. I don't make bloopers. I don't do like a practice take before just going ahead, and I just say whatever I want to say. Even if I think ahead before I press record. If I thought ahead that I wanted to say these 5 things today, I do. If there's somebody at the other table making a loud noise, doesn't change anything I say, doesn't change, because what I say is based on what I think, and how quickly I say it is from my self-control. I'm quite a performer, so probably after the pandemic, I just do performing stuff, help my parents talk about things, maybe do a TV show somehow. But I would have to lose some weight because I still want to look bikini forever, and this isn't a good angle looking at my face because my arm is tired and I don't even have like a selfie stick, and so I'm holding my phone down below my head, and I don't care because if people love me, it's just they love me anyways. But yes, I don't care to just talk very clearly all the time, and everybody's just looking at my face. That's it. It's not a big deal. This is my face. So I don't know. Yeah, a few people ask me, "Oh, are you Asian?" And yes, of course I'm Asian. Some people think I don't look Asian, but I am Asian. I never did anything on my face. No plastic surgery, nothing. No Botox. Not even a little. Like sometimes people will put something on the lips to make them more pouty, or they add something to the tip of the nose, or they do something on the eyes or something on the boobs, and I've done nothing on any part of my body, and I just talk straight into the camera, and I don't care, and I do it all the time, and just look at my face. It's like and just having fun, Sometimes I have fun. When I have fun, it's like this.
Like I said, basically I'm just a party girl, but I've always been a party girl who never says the F word. And every boy chases after me, but I only do one boyfriend at a time. And no matter what, boys never talk loudly or swear or talk rudely in front of me. That's been the case all my life. I don't know why, because I don't train boys. They just behave properly around nice girls. And I love my friends in New York so much, and right now I'm missing my friend in New York, Terry, who would love to share the sangria with me because we had that before. You know, life is the same. It's great. It's just a big fancy party for us, but it's around the world. It's not just mostly in New York. It's in LA, and I'm in London and Paris. That's where I am. That's where my parents are. But I am in New York, and I miss all my friends so much. And when we talk silly, sometimes we talk silly, just funny people. Yeah, that is so weird. No matter what people do around me, how loud or annoying it is, it doesn't change what I think, and what I think is what controls how I behave, or even the speed at which I say something. I just have a lot of a very good self-control. I don't know. I know I'm like a really great performer, um, but I love to enjoy life. I just love to enjoy life. Sometimes I think I don't want my parents to know how great I am at performing. Because then what if I go to less fashion shows if my parents know how good a performer I am, how great a speaker, how great a live presenter I am. If my parents know everything about me, then I don't get to go to as many fashion shows in New York and Paris. So yeah, I'm just sitting in this Japanese restaurant having some sangria. You know, it's like look at my face. I don't care. So my face cannot change, and it's just the way it is. I don't know. It's just the way. I cannot change anything. I have to be myself. This is myself. I'm gonna take a break for a while. So I finished my dinner. My cheeks are a little bit red because I had some sangria, but you know, my makeup is mostly removed, and I'm just always happy to talk on camera. So I'm sure my parents are gonna make me do something about it. And I'm not ashamed, I don't have much makeup on. And I have to go on a diet. But I'm not ashamed, you just look at my face. Just look straight in my face. And I just always do all my recordings in one take, and I have no bloopers. No, first takes followed by a second better one. I just do it all in one go. And if I want to talk nicely, which I always do, I still say exactly what I thought I wanted to say in my head. And if I want to do it in 10 minutes, it's done within 10 minutes. I say exactly all the things I thought of ahead of time. And then when I'm done, sometimes I say what I like, so people get to know me. And it's very natural to me. It's very natural for me to present myself. Except I don't want my parents to know how good I am at it, because then maybe I don't get to go to as many fashion shows. They'll make me talk about serious things, or talk about the things, talk about stuff. And I never want to do that. But I'm walking out of the restaurant now, which is if I can reverse the camera. You know, it looks kind of authentic, I guess. It looks kind of authentic, but honestly, I don't know if it was, if I ought to have waited a week to make a booking to come here. It's great food, but, you know, they made me book ahead of time. You know, they made me book ahead of time. And I feel like it's sort of just a casual place. I wouldn't book ahead of time. I wouldn't book ahead of time to come here. Ooh, so it's outside though. Outside is nice. This is the Vietnamese restaurant I've been to twice. And here's the spa. See, I just don't feel at home living in Asia because Asian people don't let me. And I'm an Asian. Here I am again. I'm walking down the stairs now, so I'm going to be careful for a few moments and reverse, reverse the camera. But yeah, just look at me. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. You know, just look at my face. You know, look straight in my face. In the worst lighting. I don't care. Hold on. Okay, so I'm walking down the stairs. I'm very careful no matter how I feel. I'm walking down the stairs, crossing streets. I don't let myself go wrong. Here we go. Still in Lee Garden 1, and I'm just wondering if I ought to see if Feather and Bone is still open. Lee Garden 2, there's a gourmet food store called Feather and Bone. Across the bridge, Lee Garden 2. And they sell kind of nice stuff that you can only get normally in Britain or, you know, Italy, stuff like that. So I'm wondering what I should do, but it's so much quieter right in Lee Garden 1 proper. And I can talk a little bit, you know. We'll wrap up what I said today. I love to live back home in the States, but you know, my dad has so much work, so many, you know, things of his involved in Paris and London, so I love to visit these two cities. And I'm just talking a lot to friends and fans because I'm still single. I have no boyfriend. And I want everybody to help me find one boyfriend, because even though so many boys chase me, I only do one boy at a time. I always just do one boy at a time. And I have these really high standards for the boy, but I only need one. I only need one boy for the rest of my life, and everybody should help me find that one boy. And it shouldn't be hard because I'm just looking for one. And then the last thing I said was that even though Paris, the city, is so close to me, so close to my daddy, that, you know, he invests so much in Paris, that when I go to Paris, I do feel like his princess. Even though Paris is so close to me, you know, it's a respectful city, and there are two places in Paris that even I have to book in advance to go to. One's the Plaza Athénée, wonderful hotel, and the other one week in advance for the Athénée. Even I cannot walk in for brunch, and I can walk in anywhere in Paris because it's close to my daddy. But the place that you have to book in advance in Paris, France, you have to book in advance. One place you have to book in advance, sometimes weeks in advance, is the Tokyo Palace in Paris. Palais de Tokyo, which is right in the middle of Paris, and it's next to the Eiffel Tower. But the Tokyo Palace, which is in Paris, is really respectful, and you have to book in advance. And my grandfather had his business mostly in Tokyo, and we have a place in Tokyo, and my grandfather can fly to Tokyo and not go through customs because he's very active in Tokyo. You know, he's been on all the newspapers in Tokyo. He's been on the news in Tokyo for like decades and decades, since the 50s, since the 60s. So I'm part Japanese, but my dad is very much Parisian French. My dad is pretty much a French related person. My grandpa is very Japanese because he spent so much time there. He did so much for the Japanese economy. So, you know, in some ways, I'm French Japanese. And so when you go to the Tokyo Palace in Paris, which you have to pass by if you want to see the Eiffel Tower. If you go to the Tokyo Palace in Paris, you have to book in advance, because if you go online to the Tokyo Palace website, there's a teacher in there. There's a teacher in the palace, and there's a schedule of events that you have to book in advance. So when you go online and you buy your ticket, you have to choose which class you attend, because there's a teacher inside. And the teacher of the palace, well, she's mainly an art teacher. I'm very good at art. I'm very good at art. Anyway, so the teacher in the Tokyo Palace is mainly an art teacher, cultural teacher, language teacher, and you have to book in advance to say which event you want to go to in the palace, and then you get a ticket, and then you can go. And you have to go because it's right in the middle of Paris. It's right by Champs-Élysées, and it's a minute from the Eiffel Tower. Oh, so this lighting is better on the ground floor. You know, I don't want my parents to know how well I present myself, even live on camera, and I don't know who's looking. Maybe many people hacked in my computer. They can see what I do on my phone, but I just don't feel ashamed. You know, you can look straight at my face. You know, so look at my face. Look at my face. You know, even after I have a sangria. You know, it's like I'm not ashamed. It's like, look at my face. You can look at my face. I don't have much makeup on. I still say, you know, everything that I thought of to say. If I wanted to say 5 things on a video in 10 minutes, then I would. And it's how I am all the time. And I'm not ashamed that you look straight in my face. Although I never did any work on my face. Some people think, you know, I don't look like an Asian. And since I was 18, all the Asians say I look like Dakota Johnson. Since I was 18. Oh, so she must be pretty old. She's been around for a long time. But since I was 18, everybody says I look like Dakota Johnson. Maybe I was thinner, but I'm always still around. I'm always in bikini weight. You know, I'm always bikini ready, but I always feel I have to lose a couple more. And it's just the way I've always been. But Asian people think I don't look like an Asian. And some of them say hurtful things about me, like they think I did plastic surgery all over my face. And I've never done plastic surgery on my face once, you know. I just think it's really hurtful that some Asian people think I did plastic surgery on my face because I don't look like an Asian. I don't look like anybody walking on the streets out here in Asia. But I never did any work on my face. This is the way I was born. It's the way my mom looks. Um, I've never done anything with my body, literally. Nothing. It's all real. Mm, I mean, my parents and my friends, they don't tell me much. So at least at least I still look like a Barbie. Um, but my friends and family, they really love me. So they don't tell me much, and I'm very happy. So I'm very happy. But I'm just thinking, nowadays, like my neck hurts often nowadays, and I'm just thinking, when I have a boyfriend again, boys always move faster than girls. Like, I remember when Matt and I go to Dwayne Reed, or when Matt and I go to CVS to pick up something real quick, you know, I have to look around a little bit and compare products. But Matt, no, he just picks up a basket and then he just throws all the stuff in. Then he goes to the cashier and he's done. And so I know I'm not a boy. Um, but I'm still pretty. Um, and I'm not ashamed. Everybody looks at my face. Um, my friends and family and my fans, they love me, so nobody tells me much. But I know my mommy and daddy love me. My friends love me. So I guess I'm very good at, like, presenting, going on TV, doing a show, being in a movie. You can look at my face all day long, and I remember all my lines. But I'd rather just, go to lots of fashion shows, have the life I had before, lots of balls, lots of fashion shows, dress up, easy life, you know, meet a lot of important people, whether in entertainment or in charity or in business. I can talk to anybody. And that's why my parents love me so much. But I'm talking to everybody right now because I'm looking for one man to love. And I realized once again who he is. And he's my best friend. And the question is just whether Matt, my best friend, will be more than my friend, or just still always my best friend. And I'll say it again. My mommy and daddy promised me that Matt will be in my life forever. Um, whether or not he's my boyfriend or just my best friend. Well, and sometimes I miss Terry. In New York, we went out together so often, and tonight I had a sangria, and of course I think of her. Yeah, so pretty much that's my life. I do fashion, beauty, go to lots of shows. I do a lot of charity because I care about so many things. I care about autistic people. I care about really sick people. I care about people who, don't have education. I care about poor people. And I love the biggest charities because they have the resources for the fanciest balls in the nicest places. And life is about going to the fanciest balls with a nice, quiet boy, nicely dressed in a suit standing behind you. So that's all I do. Sometimes I might be on the board of a couple orchestras or museums because, of course, I was trained to be an artist. I studied art in school. Believe it or not, that I went to Harvard. I'm smart, but I studied art when I was there. Though, Matt knows I'm really good at understanding business too. But that's not for me. That's for my mom and dad. So that's my life. Mm, That's my whole life. I just enjoy. Mm, Yeah, just enjoy. Fashion, beauty, charity, art, music. Maybe music, maybe not. Um, and once in a while, when I feel like it, I do some interviews and talk on shows or movies because I do it so naturally. And I can't help it. And you can look at my face, which is my completely real face, and my body, and I don't care. Um, you know, I mean, maybe I'm nothing but a Barbie now. And before I was a Barbie, but a smart one. And now I don't know anything, but um, I know what my family and friends tell me, and my fans all love me. So I don't want to talk more than 20 minutes, on this video. It's like around 18. Um, but yes, you ought to wear a mask inside. And well, I started off by saying whether I should go to Lee Garden 2 and see if that gourmet store is open. I think I'm going to stay in 1. Maybe get a gelato. No, I can't. I'm on a diet because I always have to look bikini. I don't know why. Even if I don't have a boyfriend, um, it has to be bikini ready. I don't know why. Maybe I don't feel I'm very smart, so I always want to look really pretty. But I pretty much said everything I want to say today. But sometimes I like to add a little and say what I feel. Even when I talk about what I feel, it's so wonderful. I love I love to put on makeup and dress up because I'm really good with my hands. I'm really good with my hands. And that's what, I'm really good with my hands. I'm really good at moving my body. I can do like thousands and thousands of spins. I just used to spin all the time on the piano. Nobody could spin better than me. That's what my teacher said, and they're 2 of the most famous in the world. Yeah. So I guess I'm just always happy. I'm just always very happy. This is how I look after a long day, all my makeup's gone. I even went for physio. I was lying down for an hour. But, it's like, I don't look like an Asian person, but every Asian person keeps trying to come up to me and say, look at my face. It's so funny. Every Asian keeps trying to come up to me and tell me to look at their face. But I'm the only one who doesn't look like an Asian. And I wish I looked more like one. See? Look at my face. I just talk straight in the camera, and you can look at my face. Look at my face. And every Asian has tried to come up to me to say, look at my face. But every one of them looks like an Asian, and only I don't. So I don't really like being in Asia, but I have to sometimes visit my parents sometimes. Travel, come here in the summer or in the winter. It's past 20 minutes now. I'm gonna stop for a while. Just for a while. So now I'm outside Lee Garden 1, and I just feel a little vain and silly, so I have my sunnies on. You know, it's just so funny that living in Hong Kong, you know, past 7 o'clock at night, it's completely quiet. There are cars going by, but there are no people. See, I'm outside the garden one now. Um, you know, it's like a ghost town. There are no people. You know, everybody's just walking around me. You know, it's boring. Um, but yeah, so I cannot wait to go back home to the States. Um, and with my mom and dad. With my mom and dad by my side, and they can visit me once in a while. And I come back to Asia only sometimes because I love my home, and my home is the States. Ooh, excuse me. See, it's so quiet out, and it's only like 9 p.m., 8 p.m. or something. But look at my face. Even when the makeup sort of is gone at the end of the day, that's when I think I look a little better. But so, ooh, yeah, you know, and it's so hot and stuffy. It's like past it's like almost 100 degrees. And this is my outfit. This is my Eddie Tahari outfit. I just wanted to show it one more time because I love everything Tahari, but in particular this. I've been shopping at Tahari since they had a boutique all of their own in Soho in New York. I think it's either West Street or Broadway, or across Prince. Though this Tahari I got at Bloomie's, also in New York. Yeah, I'm still looking very skinny, and I'm wearing flats because my feet are hurting. But my flats are rather nice. Yeah, I didn't seem to mind. You know, I always love all my dressed in all my stuff, but my friends and family will not tell me more than what they know is true. So I'm so glad that I'm still pretty, and I just love my fashion and my makeup and my skincare, art, culture, and I still really care about people, so I care a lot about charities. And I live everywhere, and I love to visit London and Paris. But the cabs are waiting here now. I think I'm gonna get on one. Cab. I'm gonna get on one and go home. Bye! So now I'm in the cab. See? I'm in the cab. But, no, I'm not gonna talk. No, I'll talk at the same time as putting on my seatbelt, but I have to put on my seatbelt. There's me in the cab. So, put on my seatbelt. I'm just a very safe person. It's just the way I am. So I have my seatbelt on, wearing my Taharis. This is supposed to go with, like, you know, a mini skirt, a pair of jeans, but no. I still have a nice body, so I wear like this. Why not? You know, and I know that on all these videos of mine, so people get to know me, I talk about everything I love, because I love everything the same. I can't say I love fashion more than beauty. I cannot say I love art more than fashion. I love everything the same, and most of all, I love charities because I care about people. So there's nothing I don't love. I care about sick people, autistic people, poor people, every kind of person. I love every kind of major charity, but mostly the ones where they have the fanciest balls, because I love to dress up. And you can take a photo of me. Um, after you ask my mommy and daddy. Um, I know I don't really talk about music, even though a lot of people know I used to be a pianist. Um, I just decided to let it go. You know, the situation in my house right now is that the renovation outside, the construction workers are renovating um, a different apartment outside my place right now. And my parents and my friends never explained to me what's going on, why it's so noisy outside. So I don't know, but I know people are working on construction outside my place. So it doesn't make sense for me to do music right now with all that noise outside. And I'm the kind of person who will just, I like it, but I will drop the music for a while because it doesn't make sense to do it right now. And I'm pretty happy, uh, thinking of all my old friends, looking forward to meeting a lot of cool people, new friends after the pandemic. And I'm too busy worrying about my skincare, buying all my latest beauty products on Cult Beauty. So I just give up the music. I just give up having music in my life. And I do so very cleanly. I just cut off good music in my life. There's a piano in my house and I just don't touch it. So what? It doesn't. I never get addicted to anything, and music doesn't let me get addicted to it either. So I just don't do music anymore. It's not possible right now. It's too loud outside. Um, so until the pandemic is over and I'm back in the States, I don't even think about music at all. I hardly listen to music, and I don't care. There are so many apps I download that play pleasant music. Even random stuff meant for the meditation. And like Sync Tuition, the app I talked about before. Right now is not the time. Right now is the time within these 2 years, to make sure my parents are fine before they get really old and sick, and to care for my friends and family, and to meet the one man I will love forever. Now is the time to do these things, and now is the time to stay pretty and keep buying my dresses and keep enjoying fashion and skincare and beauty, and care about all my charities. Now's the time to stay out there. And my parents raised me, but they don't know everything about me. Nobody talks to their parents about everything. And so now my parents get to know me more, and they know that I'm quite boy crazy. I'm not just pretty so all the boys love me. I am sometimes boy crazy. I really want a boyfriend, but I only do one boy at one time. And I want the whole world to help me find the one man I want to love. But the only thing is that he has to be an American boy. He has to be an American boy from America, and we will live together in the United States. But visit Hong Kong sometimes and travel a lot to London and Paris. Because my daddy does business there. He's been doing business in Paris for the last 40 years. And I also love Tokyo because my grandpa is so famous. My grandpa was very famous in Tokyo. Everybody knows who he is. His name is C.F. Tung. My grandpa's name is C.F. Tung.
and apparently he did so much for the Japanese economy that even today, and he's died so long ago, everybody in Japan knows his name in his business, which is finance. He's been on every newspaper in Tokyo, and he speaks a little Japanese, and so that's why when he used to travel to Tokyo, 10 times a year, he never had to go through customs. And the first time I traveled in my life, as a little girl, I traveled to Tokyo. And now I remember we didn't go through customs. The first time I traveled in my life, we didn't go through customs or something. So my life is very different. I have to admit, I won't lie, I didn't have a common life. I'm not a common person. But I'm just looking for one boy to love. Nice, handsome, well-dressed, and very quiet. He doesn't have to be from Harvard. If Matt doesn't love me back, there'll be another one. But even if Matt doesn't love me, he's my best friend forever, and my daddy and mommy promised that. I mean, Matt is one of the best currency traders in the whole world, and so that's why I think he would get along so well with daddy, with my first daddy, who's a really, really great investor, especially in currencies. Oh, thank you. But yeah, it's just nice, handsome, a little quiet like Matt, but really smart. And I wish he went to Harvard like Matt. And it is Matt, unless Matt's not with anyone anymore. And I just realized recently, he's been telling me the whole time it's always been him. I hope it's him, or at least the boy from Harvard. Oh, okay. Because I don't feel very smart. I want a smarter boy. I want a smarter boy behind my back, helping me with everything, talking to me about all my things, because I don't feel smart. But he has to dress really nicely the way Matt does. And it's just whether Matt's still single or not. He liked me first, but I always teased him a little bit. When I turned 21, I teased him once because I feel nice around him, and then he became very very handsome after college. And I had a boyfriend then, and of course I told him, because I always only do one boy at a time. I told him over Japanese dinner, but yes, sometimes you just realize things, and sometimes it takes a while. But when you do, you realize it. And the taxi driver is asking me to get off. 你係咪想我落車啊？到啦嘛。Okay. See, these are how taxis look in Hong Kong. It's on the right-hand side. 對唔住， It's on the right-hand side. 你叫咩名啊？咩事？你叫咩名啊？咩事 ？You see, and then there's his name. 羅達文。哦，咁貴，點解你個？咁啊啱砌工契呢架唔記得攞個契工證啊嘛。This is 呢個犯法㗎喎，咁。係啊，我知道。Oh my God! I am in an illegal taxi, because in Hong Kong, by law, the taxi driver has to have his name showing next to the wheel, and he didn't have his name. He didn't have a label with his name on it. So I'm actually on an illegal cab, and I feel a little bit worried about it. So I think I better get off, and I'm home. But what is your name? 你叫咩名㗎？我羅達文。哦，你冇等㗎。我有啊，未揾到出嚟啫。你咁樣犯法㗎，你知唔知啊？咁你唔驚我會告你㗎咩？我知道，我啱開工一陣啫嘛。你驚唔驚我會告你啊？我知道，我梗係知啦。因為我啱開工2轉車啫嘛，我。但係因為我爹哋幾有錢㗎，佢可以告你㗎。我知道，唔好意思啊。我而家有唔得，係咪真㗎？
係咪真㗎？個牌係咪真㗎？係咪真係一個你自己整出嚟㗎？
唔係我自己整㗎，政府整㗎嘛。
真㗎？
係啊。
我點知你講真話？你咁樣犯法？你知
我啱開工第二轉車啫嘛，我食完飯啫嘛，時候啱開工啫嘛，我都係。
你知唔知我爹哋幾重要？佢幾有錢。
啊。
我而家有2個爹哋，佢哋2個都幾有錢。咁、你唔應該咁樣蝦我。
我冇蝦你啊，邊人蝦你啫？唔係啊，我到咗，我同你講話到咗17號啫嘛。
有你今日揸得特別快，同埋你冇等你個牌。
我啱都話食完飯2轉車，我唔記得攞出嚟咯。
我父母話俾我聽，坐的士永遠知道佢叫咩名。
咪依家咪知咯，係嘛？
但我父母話永遠坐的士要知道你叫咩名。
好啊。
但係你開車嗰陣時，你冇講你個名，咁我話唔係好啱咯。咁我2個爹哋可以告你㗎。咁我係咪要俾錢你啊？
係啊。
但係你冇等你個牌，點解我要俾錢你啊？你可唔可以免費啊？免費啊？
唔咯，有錢都要啦，租錢都要啦。
但係你冇等個牌得，我可唔可以？
我都話啱開工2轉車咯。
我問下我第1個爹哋。Okay, so I'm home now, and I feel a little bit better getting out of the cab. And I talked to my dad about it, and he resolved the situation. And I'm home now. I feel comfortable when I'm home, but the lighting's not good. But my house is a little bit messy today. Ooh. My apartment's a bit messy today. Ooh, it's kind of messy today. A little messy today. Ignore those decorations. Just ignore it. And my house is messy today. But yes, I just got home. As soon as I get home, I like to drink some water because it's hot outside, and I get changed immediately when I get home because that's what I've always done. I feel more comfortable once I get home and I change. And I really have to drink my magnesium because that's really good for the body to drink magnesium at night. And I'm still on my diet. Because I always have to look bikini. Always bikini. Even in the winter, even in the summer, I have to be bikini. And my face, my face, look at my face. It's like, I don't want my parents to know me. Everybody doesn't tell their parents everything, and I don't want my parents to know how good I am at talking, at remembering my lines, at presenting myself in front of tons of people, how great a performer I am, because if they know, maybe they make me help them sometimes, then I don't get to go to so many fashion shows and balls. No, balls I will still go, but fashion shows less. And I just want to enjoy, and they want me to enjoy. But yeah, I still look quite bikini, everything. And I was just saying to my dad, I don't look like any Asian person. And no matter what I do, I don't look like an Asian person. And Asian people think I got plastic surgery all over my face. And that's not true. I never ever did any work on my face or my boobs. Nothing at all. But I just can't make myself look like an Asian person. No makeup, still don't look Asian. So I was joking with my parents just a few minutes ago, and I said, how could I have offended any Asian But I don't even look like an Asian person. And then they just hung up the phone. But yes, it's how I am at home. I just feel very relaxed. And, sometimes I do. Uh, I am a party girl. Sometimes I am a party girl, but I'm a party girl who never says the F word. Um, and I don't mind to keep talking to anybody interested, any friends and fans out there. I don't mind to keep talking, so that people help me find my boyfriend. And basically, I hope people help me get the boy I said I want. And we always wanted each other, in a way. And I always liked Matt, but after college graduation, he just got much more handsome, and he was cute even before that, with glasses on, a little chubbier. But it's the same person, and I'm also the same person. You know, you just look at my face, and it's the same person. It's like, look at my face, look at my face. And Asia is fun. And I do have a few close Asian friends, I already mentioned. At least in this town, it's just my mommy, my daddy, me. And I got two friends. I haven't seen them in a long time. Yes, but it seems like every Asian person has come up to me in the last 10 years to say, look at my face. No matter what, it doesn't look like my face. They look very Asian, and very I feel Asian people are very beautiful people, and unfortunately, I don't look like one. But I'm completely Asian, and I look like my mommy, and I look like my dad, especially when I smile. But and Asian people are beautiful, and yet I just don't look like one. And I feel like in the last 10 years, every Asian person has come up to me and said, look at my face. And yet, they all look like Asian people. And I never look like an Asian person. But I love living in the United States. And sometimes I love Hong Kong because this is where my mom and dad are. But yes, so I'm back home now. I don't want to take off my bra in public, on a video. It's not polite without clothes on. I don't want to be impolite, but yes, my girlfriends have told me before, you know, I don't need to wear a bra. I don't need to wear a bra, so that's why I'm good for bikini, but also everything else. Yes, I don't have to diet too much, just a couple of pounds. See, I'm still very, very thin. Just need to, be careful of these around here. You know, yeah. Here's me. I'm still the same. All my friends remember. Well, no, not everybody see me naked. Now everybody see me naked, but before, no. And I still look the same. Still me. Yeah. And I don't really need to shave in most places. I don't need to shave, and I have a tiny waist. And that's okay, because you know what? My friends and family and my fans love me. So they never tell me much. And I know I will never know much, but still I'm very important. I don't know much, but I'm very, important to some people. I'm as in the people who care about me love me, and that's just how it is.